This podcast is brought to you by Mogul Squared Media. We create the content, you create the lifestyle.
What up?
What's going on, fam?
Hey, man, you know I'm always good. You know, I got a new show, and I love it. And can be honest with you, I love the intro music. It's my favorite part of the whole show so far.
I feel that. You know, the thing about like podcasting is that people don't realize how good intro and segment music really sets the mood to what you're doing.
No,
Like,
I mean, yeah, exactly. Like with M Beta, I have the late night feel to it, and that's kind of like a comforting thing. Like I've studied the psychology of that stuff, but with this one, I want to wake you up. I wanted to get you in the mood, like, yeah, I'm ready to go, and I feel like it does it in tenfold.
yeah, I can definitely understand that. The fame in the morning. So, I mean, while we here, we got to talk about fame in the morning.
Yes.
How the hell did you even think? So you already have the late night show. So
Yeah.
you just had to have all 24 hours covered, huh?
I don't have a midday show yet, but no, like the late night show thing, it was like that was cool for M Beta, and it's like with M Beta, it's very like on point. Like it has a message each episode. It has like something that it circles around one kind of thing. Yeah, I throw little segments in with something else that's kind of related, but not really, or something totally left field. But my whole point is like I stay on topic the whole show. With Fame in the Morning, I get to talk about stuff that happened yesterday. I get to talk, and I don't have to do any research. I just get to talk about how I feel. Whereas opposed to in Beta, it's a lot of research, it's a lot of prep work. Sometimes I'll think of a topic and I won't have an episode ready for another 2 to 3 weeks because I'm trying to put together enough material in a way that's entertaining and satisfying. So Fame in the Morning is just a way for me to let loose. And I'm always up at like 4 or 5 a.m. anyway. Especially now I've been doing workouts, but I'm up at 4 or 5 a.m. anyway, so I might as well record and get my ass to doing something.
Hey, be productive. You should maximize your time for you, right?
I read something about how wealthy people, the difference between wealthy people and poor people is wealthy people will wake up 4 hours before they need to be anywhere. Whereas, poor people will wake up like an hour before they have to go to work.
Yeah, I'm definitely up early. But I'm not rich. I'm waiting on the riches to come. But
I said wealthy. Wealthy's not rich.
Oh,
Wealthy, you got to,
okay.
it builds. It's
Well, yeah,
slow.
wealthy.
It grows. You're all right. You're doing all right.
I'm doing all right. I'm doing all right.
If I'm doing all right, I know you're doing all right. So
we're not even going to talk about that, man, because we'll talk about that later. We'll talk about that off air. So we're here to discuss something a little bit different, man. We're here to discuss not one-hit wonders, because everybody talks about one-hit wonders. That's easy. We're here to talk about two-hit wonders.
yeah, 2-hit wonders. I mean, I don't know if you call them 2-hit wonders, but it's just like not everybody is around for the one and done. Some people is like, hey, I got one. I got another one. And they just never able to capture that same success. It doesn't necessarily mean that they're a bad artist. It just means like they never got that shot of that opening. Some artists get it like in groups. Like some artists have been on songs that have gone platinum. They just can't do it themselves. Like I think Nate Dogg is not a 2-hit wonder, but he's an example of a person who has many, many hits, but none to his own name. Doesn't mean he's a bad artist. So I just want to clarify that before we start the list. None of these artists are necessarily bad. It's just the opportunities that they were given or the songs that they released didn't, garner the response they thought it would.
All right, fair enough. So let's start the list. Who's your first two-hit wonder?
I gotta start in Philly, baby. I gotta start in Philadelphia. I gotta start with a rapper that everybody thought was super hot, and he was. His bars are ridiculous. Yeah, he kind of looks like a crackhead now.
Kinda.
Yeah. Anyway, but he was the man back at one point in time, man. And he has 2 hits to me. First of all, I'm talking about Philadelphia's own Cassidy. And I would say his hits are Hotel. Girl, you want to come to my hotel. And a couple years later, Hustler. I'm a hustler. I'm a hustler, homie. So I
his run. He had his run. It wasn't. But damn, yeah, he was a two-hit wonder.
He's a real two-hit wonder. Like he's got bars. Like, I'm not gonna say he's a bad rapper. He got bars. He got mixtape days. But as far as hits go, things that hit the radio and maybe went gold or platinum or something like that, or hit the Billboard or was there for a while, I'm only looking at Hustler and Hotel.
All right.
Hotel for the R. Kelly factor, which as we know today is mum's the word, depending on how you feel. But
I mean, we're not gonna get into the age of the people who were at the hotel. We're gonna keep it moving on that. But
that's when he was wearing that mask and shit. That's all I'm gonna say.
That was when he was full Piper, wasn't it? Like that was on some other shit.
I'm not really R. Kelly, y'all. It's not really me. Any crimes you see me committing with this mask, who knows who it is?
My first one though is Bone Crusher. Never Scared reached number 6 on the Billboard overall, not just hip hop rap, number 6. And then also Gripping the Grain, which reached number 36.
Okay, so I had a debate. I thought about putting Bone Crusher on this list, but I couldn't think of a second hit. Because, I mean, not to say that Gripping the Grain isn't a hit, because I did like it, and it was on the radio, and it was there for a while. But when I looked at Bone Crusher, I looked at, when I look at the hits, I try to think of 2 hits that are on the same level. And you're right, though. Gripping the Grain is that shit. I forget that's a Bone Crusher song sometimes. Like I leave it in the memory banks, but Never Scared is that shit. And always will be.
Oh yeah, Never Scared is undoubtedly a classic single, at least. Like I don't know who would argue that point, but Gripping the Grain for me, that beat is one of the coldest beats ever. Fuck that. I don't care what nobody has to say about it.
Let me ask you this: is it cheating to say that Never Scared is a hit and the Never Scared remix is another hit?
No, not at all.
Because that remix is tough, and that would make him a 3-hit wonder in my book.
Yeah, the Never Scared remix was his own thing. So I mean, I wouldn't knock you for that. So he's a 3, still 2-hit wonder. I mean, it doesn't. The remix doesn't get counted as a whole.
It doesn't get as much
It's more
play.
like a B. Like it's a 1A 1B type situation.
I got you. Yeah, it's the same beat, so I'll give you that. Jumping to my number 4, I'm staying in Philly. I don't even know if it's a top 5. I said number 4, but my next one, rather. Staying in Philly. It was a group. They had this song, and it was real woke, I guess you call it. I mean, I have problems with it personally. I'm not going to get into them now. And then they had another hit with another Philadelphia native, Eve, and I thought it was a good song. I'm talking about City High. They had the, what would you do if your son was at home, crying all alone on the bedroom floor? Whatever. I can't get a job. My dad's on crack. You know the gist. And then they had the joint 5'5" with brown eyes, caramel complexion, smile like the sunrise. That joint was hot. So I don't know how the spins were otherwise. And I did no numbers research for this list. I didn't go and look at the charts or anything like that. But I know that they were on the radio. I know What Would You Do was a big hit. I know that was really catchy. I know it was in movies and stuff like that. Caramel, I don't know how well it did, but Living in Philly, it was on the radio all the time. That girl, I forgot her name. She did a lot of Philly shows, a lot of Philly posters. So this bitch was all up in my life. So I give it to City High.
I didn't even think about City High, so you got me on that one. My next one, I had to go out a little bit outside of hip hop, so the 2-hit wonder thing and staying in hip hop gave me a little bit of trouble, so I had to come a little bit out of it. And that's August Alsina, No Love, and I Love This. I hate both the songs, but
I'ma keep on drinking, girl. I love you.
But yeah, 2-hit wonder, man. And you know what? Honestly, it's not that he isn't a talented artist. It's just his music doesn't speak to me personally. So I've always had a little bit of issue there. I mean, I can understand the appeal and stuff, but I mean, where has he been? Does he still make music?
Yeah, well, I mean, he's still fairly new. He was on the new Khaled album and stuff like that. I only you're right. He's a 2-hit wonder at the moment. I just think that he's still in the game. So as of right now, he has 2 hits. But yeah, he only has that one project, right?
Yeah, just the one project.
Yeah, so maybe, I don't know. Maybe he is only a 2-hit wonder. Those 2 are from the same album too. So
yeah, we'll see. I mean, we'll definitely see what he has left in the tank if he has more. I mean, hopefully, the thing is anyone on this list, I don't ever hope anyone's career stops at 2 hits. But I mean, just as right now as a body of work, he has 2 hits, so he made the list for me.
That's true. And I would still consider August Alsina a part of hip hop. I wouldn't say that's not just because he sings. I wouldn't say that doesn't make him a part of it. You're right though. Finding hip hop, hip hop only artists like rappers per se that are 2-hit wonders is difficult because you can either get one or you can get a few. Because I feel like once you get a following, people want to just support you, and you can get a hit based off of your own clout. So this one's kind of cheating though. It's Cisco. Cisco with Drew Hill has a lot of hits. Cisco the man himself, the one artist, he has the Thong Song, and he has Incomplete. Some people would even argue that Incomplete is on the Drew Hill album, only sung by Cisco, but it was also on his solo album. I think it was like Enter the Dragon because he thinks he's Bruce Lee or something. But yeah, the Thong Song and Incomplete. Cisco. Who saw that coming?
That is a very worthy entry to this list. I can't argue those facts at all, brother. My next one though is. And this one is he is a 2-hit wonder, and it sucks that he kind of makes this list because it's not necessarily of his own doing. But Bobby Shmurda, Hot Boy, and what was the other one? Bobby Bitch.
What is the other one?
Bobby Bitch.
Oh, is that a hit?
Reached top 50 on the overall Billboard. I know you did yours based off no numbers at all, which that's even more respectable. I kind of. You know me, I'm the analytical dude, so I try to base it off numbers. So, yeah, I went numbers on this one.
Normally, I would go numbers, but I was trying to, as you know, and I've discussed on this show, and I've discussed on Twitter and things, at Fame Black for those listening and watching on Instagram Live. I guess they would already know the Instagram. It doesn't matter. My definition of a hit is I have very high standards for it. I want it to be gold or platinum or something. I want it to be on the charts for a certain number of time. I want it to actually have a place in the top 20 of the charts, Billboard, not just hip hop, stuff like that. I have very high standards for this. But for this list and for the sake of this list, I lowered all of those standards to just something that played on the radio all the time, something that was either iconic or you quote them for, stuff that people quote to this day and may not even know the artist that sings it. Yeah, so that's why I use the people that I use.
I feel that. So, but Bobby Shmurda as an artist, we know he's locked up. How much promise did you see him as an artist? I know you more than new music, as I'm open to all music. I don't like the new music as much, but I know you listen to everything. So
I do. I'm a new music advocate. I really do like a lot of these new kids. I like the fact that. Obviously, when you get a wave of new artists, yeah, some of them are not great. Some of them are there because they're got, social media clout, or they're, nice to look at, or they have some other talent, like they can dance, or they have a famous uncle, or whatever like that. And honestly, the charts and the crowd reaction kind of weeds those people away. So I like to see the first wave of new artists come in and see oh, I like this guy. I think he'll last. And then seeing if it's true or not. So I do listen to all the new stuff. Bobby Shmurda, I liked in the sense of it was brash. It was very Philly. It was very cool. He had to dance, but he was being so truthful. It was so real, right? He actually got booked for the song, right? The Confessions. He basically said it was a confession, and that's not. Rapping about drugs is different when it's something that you've done in the past and you don't condone anymore, and you say, hey, this is how I live my life. But when you say, yeah, I killed that nigga, and you really did kill that nigga, and you still wanted for killing that nigga, that's not cool. You can't be putting that on the airwaves. You can't be promoting that to children or stuff like that. So it's a moral thing I have against Bobby Shmurda.
All right, I feel that. Who's next on your list?
My list, okay. So I stayed in hip hop. I found as much hip hop as I possibly could, and this is where people will start to debate. This is where people go, well, maybe that's 2 hits, maybe it's 1.5, maybe it's 3, blah blah blah. I got Chameleonaire. Chameleonaire obviously has a hit with Riding, Riding Dirty, everybody knows that one. That's the one that gets quoted. That's the one in movies. I mean, even white people put it in their movies. When anybody pulls up in a nice car, it's just the song to do. But another one that did really well as far as, I know it was MTV Jam of the Week, and I know stuff like that, but Hip Hop Police. And honestly, it's one of my favorite Chamillionaire songs, and one of my favorite songs, like, in general. Like, it's so good. And it's got Slick Rick in it, and they're dressed like white cops, and they're booking each other. It's really creative. It's really clever. It's really funny. If you've never heard the song, I give you just one line from it. He's talking about it like he's rapping as the cop who's booking him, and he's like, "In your car, we confiscated the Chronic and the Clips diary that you had, and all your blueprints." And it's just referencing other rap albums. It's so good. It's so clever. It's so real. Chamillionaire for the 2-hit wonder. I don't know why he never went further. I listened to Chamillionaire's album, and I like it. His songs are good. I just don't know why he never got that chart following or whatever like that. Some people put Grown and Sexy in this list to make him a 3-hit wonder. I don't. That song did not do well, and I didn't like it very much. So it's not on the list.
All right, I can feel Chamillionaire being there, even though I say he has more hits than 2, but that's because of everything before he started releasing actual commercial albums. So as far as like from a commercial standpoint, that goes back to that regional thing we talked about before. But yeah, from a commercial standpoint, I can.
Wait, is Chamillionaire from St. Louis? Or...
No. But if you look it up, like Chamillionaire's whole buzz, I'm a military brat. I lived overseas, but he toured to military bases before he got his big break. So like, Chamillionaire was on base in Mannheim, Germany, where I grew up. Cool. Yeah, like once every 2 years or something. So I got to see him a lot. So that's why I have a personal thing. Yeah.
All right. Do you got any more?
Yeah. The next one, OT Genesis with Cut It and Coco.
All right. Okay, that's funny. I was gonna put him on my list too. I was gonna put him on this list too for those two, but I like Push It. It's not. It may not be a hit, but I like it, so I couldn't do it. I couldn't do it. It's not a hit. It's not a hit, but I couldn't do it because I like that song so much. But yeah, you're right.
Yeah, he's definitely 2-hit wonder. Like, I can understand you liking more music, anyone liking more music from him. But as far as like, again, hits from a commercial standpoint, Cut It and Coco, like you had people like you said earlier, white people. I'm in love with the Coco. Don't even know what the fuck it means.
Not at all.
Definitely a hit.
Like, that was a Vine thing. Like, people were pouring milk on that Cocoa Pebbles going, I'm in love with the Cocoa. Like, that was a real thing. Like, that song did huge. And then, Cut It. Yeah, Cut It. People love songs about cocaine, Like, that is a real, like, white people love Jeezy, and they don't know why. It's because he's rapping about cocaine. Everybody likes cocaine. Personally, I don't.
Have you seen Sorry to Bother You yet?
No. What is that? What is Sorry to Bother You?
It's the one with Lakeith. Is it Stanfield his name? The guy from Atlanta, the skinny guy, the tall skinny guy, the funny one.
Okay.
It's him and Tessa Thompson. Definitely check it out. There's one of the funniest cocaine jokes I have ever seen in any movie in that. Like, it's hilarious. But continue. Who's next on your list?
Okay. So I stayed hip hop, and this one was cool to me because this was an artist who came out, had one hit, released some other songs, didn't do that great, big in the strip clubs, not big on the radio, and then came out a couple years later, and he had something new. He had a new look. He had a kind of a new sound, and this is the one I think is bigger than his other hit, and then he just kind of faded into obscurity. I don't know where he is today. Bubba Sparxxx. When he came out, he had Ugly. It's getting ugly.
Certified hit.
I'm totally gonna make you mad when you're editing this. I want you to add in all the songs that we're putting in. And then a couple years, and I think that was like 2003 or whatever. 2006 rolls around, 2007. He rolls around with booty, 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 rocking everywhere, Miss New Booty. And people still say that today, and they don't even know where that's from. And no one remembers who Bubba Sparxxx is, but that's a good song. And so is Ugly.
All right, I like that. I can't fight that at all. My next one, I'm sorry, people are gonna be like, CJ's an old bastard. Is it Dej Loaf or Dej? Like, how do you pronounce her name?
I always say Dej Loaf.
Okay, Dej Loaf. Back Up and Try Me. 2 certified hits. She hasn't done shit since then. So yeah, she makes my list for that. I still think she has promise. Like I enjoy her music.
She's dope.
I enjoy her music. I enjoy her style. I enjoy the fact that she's comfortable being her. I enjoy the fact that she likes big booty women like I do. Like, what is there not to like about Dej But she's still only 2.
She's not gay though, right? She's straight or bi.
She's bi, I believe.
Okay. I like Young Ma. Yo, Young Ma. I don't know who saw this, but Young Ma dropped a freestyle on World Star. That shit is the truth. Young Ma is hot. Young Ma is hot. I don't know if anybody peeped that shit. Like, she's one of the new artists that don't get all the flack for being a new artist, but she's the truth. Oh, wait. Yeah. You're an old bastard, though. I am. Is it Dej Loaf or Dej Loaf? But yeah, she only has 2.
Only 2.
Oh, you know what I'm thinking of? It's a Big Sean. It's a Big Sean song. She's on.
She's had some dope features, but as far as like her,
yeah, but she only has 1 album, right?
Yeah.
So it's plenty of time to catch up. I think if you can get 2 hits off of an album, I think you've done. That's the minimum. That's like a C. That's how you know you've done well, or you'll at least make it to album 2.
She's gonna get paid for the rest of her life off royalties for that album. Those 2 hits alone. Like, and the thing is that. Like, anyone who makes this list, and for anyone listening, I'm not saying that they're terrible artists. I'm just saying that they've only had 2 hits.
Right.
And I'm not even saying that I don't like her. I like her music. I'm sitting here right now. I thoroughly enjoy her music. But she needs to come out with more. Like, she's been gone now for like 2 years, if not more.
I think 2 years. 2 years is the max right there. But yeah, I'm ready for more Dej Loaf.
Yeah. All right, that's it for me, man. Who you got left on the list?
Oh, that's good because I only have 1 more, and it's totally against the grain of everything else that I said, and it's only because I was listening to him, and it's because the next episode of Fame in the Morning is gonna have a song from this artist that's not a hit, or it was actually never released, and it's gonna be the song of the day, and I didn't pick it either. That was DJ Gullah, from the M Beta podcast. He picked this song, but anyway, I'm talking about the artist Shaggy. He has, in my opinion, 2 hits. 1, It Wasn't Me, everybody knows. And then I don't know how it was for everyone else, but every Sunday morning on the hip hop radio station, they would play like more love songs and more like Butterflies by Michael Jackson and like A Long Walk by Jill Scott and Angel by Shaggy. You know, that show they are my angel, yeah, my darling angel. And even though I have like 3 Shaggy albums, I've never heard any of these other songs on the radio. Only It Wasn't Me and Angel, and both of them did really well. So Shaggy is that my last artist and the total wild card of that whole list.
I feel that. Shaggy, personally, for me, my sisters, that Angel song, and I think they were like 6 at the time, if not younger, drove me fucking crazy with that shit. So, like...
Your sister's older or younger?
Younger.
Okay.
I wanted to strangle the holy shit out of them. They're twins. Like, they both would sing that shit all fucking day. And I would, like, babysit them. And I just would want to look at them and be like, y'all are really cute. If I knew I could get away with murdering you right now, you'd be dead.
I'm sorry you have such personal vendetta villains against Shaggy just trying to tell this girl after cheating on her and saying it wasn't me.
Fuck all that shit.
I used to listen to It Wasn't Me all the time. That used to be the jam. That used to be the one every morning.
See, fuck that. That and that stupid Who Let the Dogs Out bullshit. My younger sisters played that shit out so much that it was just like, just hearing 2 bars from that song will send me into a rage. I have to either walk out or stab someone. There's no in between. One of the 2 has to happen.
When the party was nice, the party was bumping. That song is about like ugly bitches in the club.
Yeah. And most of the ugly bitches were singing the song, not even realizing that they were talking about them.
But it's like that was the theme song for the Rugrats movie,
which is coming back, by the way.
What's it? A new season, a movie, and something else, right?
I think it's a new season in a live action movie, which
live
to me,
action movie.
The Rugrats should never be live action. Never. Like I'm not feeling that. But they're gonna do it anyway.
Oh my God, why do I have to drive now? I don't know. You came at the end of the show, Miss Nelly Baby.
You could either drive or ride, but I mean, you chose the wrong time.
Put that shit in neutral.
Pull over to the side.
What? Pull the panties to the side. What? Oh, this is not Love, Lust, and Badass Soul.
Wrong podcast, Fame. Wrong podcast.
I'm sorry. That's absolutely right. But
yeah,
that's
haven't been a guest on, by the way. You've been the only guest we've ever had on that podcast, Fame Black.
You know something? I have a new topic that I want to bring up, so I need to come back.
Well, we'll definitely work something out. Fame, man, I appreciate you coming on, man. Anything you want to leave the listeners, the watchers, with before we depart?
Oh, well, listen, hey, I have a new show as well. Let me start from the beginning. I have this podcast called the In Beta Podcast, and it's me, the announcer, Purple Face. It's DJ Gullah Gullah on the ones and twos, spinning new music for you. It's all educational. It's very funny. It's entertaining. It's sketches. It's music. It's knowledge. It's what you need. It's 30 minutes every single Thursday on all podcast platforms. It's called the In Beta Podcast. Secondly, I have a new show, just got accepted on Apple Music, so look for that, or iTunes, whatever you want to call it. It's called Fame in the Morning. And basically, it's me, 10 minutes, talking about whatever I want to talk about. So whether I'm telling a story or commenting on new news, you don't know what to expect. It's gonna be a little crazy. It's called Fame in the Morning. Look for it on all your podcast platforms. And then, of course, I am Fame Black, the guy promoting all this Fame Black material. At Fame Black, FAME, BLACK, on Twitter, Instagram, and as of recently, back on Snapchat. Thank you, and good night.
Everyone knows where they can find me. I'm CEO Haize. You can find me at CEO Haize. I got my live show coming up this weekend in St. Louis at Herb Arts. It's going to be a lot of very thick, voluptuous, beautiful women there. I'll be there. My outfit for the after party is me. Like, you know what? I'm not even going to tease it. It's going to be amazing. Just be there. If you're not there, fuck you. But be there. Not you, Fame. You're different. You're different. All right, man. I'm going to go ahead and turn off live. Everybody, download the podcast. We'll see you guys on Sunday.